Hello and welcome to China Plus America. This is Gloria again with us, Louisa. Today we are back at the Experience Center of Chinese Medicine, Beijing University of Chinese Medicine, to learn how to read the signals of our body to check out the physical condition of our body through 4 methods of diagnosis. And also join us today, Associate Professor Wang Peng.
Hello.
And Tian Shu from China. And Arimus from Lithuania.
Hello.
Right, so Professor Wang, we are about to discuss the 4 basic methods of
Diagnosis method?
Right.
Chinese medicine.
Chinese methods of diagnosis of checking out the physical condition of our body. So, can you first lead us through the 4 basic methods?
Okay, all right. So compared to Western medicine, in Chinese medicine, we do 4 major diagnostic methods. They are Wang, Wen, Wen, Qie. In English, we say Wang, observation, like inspection. Wen means olfaction and auscultation. That means smelling and also listening. And then Wen means asking questions, inquiry. And Qie means palpation, including palpate on different parts of the body. And also the most mysterious part, pulse taking. So that's our 4 major diagnostic methods. Mm-hmm.
So, which method would you say is the most important one of these 4?
Actually, they are all important. We need to integrate the information we got from the 4 different diagnostic methods. But the first step is usually inspection or observation. When the patient or when people come, we start to observe. Actually, we observe a lot of things. For example, generally we observe the complexion and observe the tongue. That's very professional. And also for acupuncture or like acupuncturist, they need to observe color of the skin and so on. Mm-hmm.
So we will go through the 4 methods one by one. If you've got any question about these 4 methods, please feel free to ask us, or mainly Professor Wang. So first of all, Wang, inspection, right? Yep. And observe the patient's or someone's complexion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And can you give us an example?
Okay. So first, actually, I'd like to ask people questions. Mm-hmm. First, we watch, we observe, and as I mentioned, we observe the, for example, complexion, and especially on the face. So also Olimus and Tian Shu, I'd like to ask you, what do you think is normal, healthy color of Chinese people? I mentioned Chinese people because people from different countries have different colors. Mm-hmm. So in terms of complexion, what do you think is normal color of the skin? That's also a question for everybody, okay? So what's your idea?
I think normal, healthy Chinese person would have a slightly yellowish color of the face with a little bit of redness, and I think that's the most healthiest face complexion for Chinese people. Mm.
Okay.
There's one very important rule for female or girls like Tian Shu. Just don't wear makeup, right? That could be misleading sometimes, right?
Color. Right. Yeah. Very good. We Chinese people are should look yellow, but not too yellow. Mm-hmm. In Chinese medicine, if we look very yellow, usually we say spleen deficiency or dampness. Nowadays, a lot of people, especially young girls, like to look white. But actually, in Chinese medicine, not for Caucasians, if we look very white, that means lung deficiency or qi deficiency or blood deficiency, not very healthy.
Like
So
pale.
yeah, like pale, yes, very weak. And but for some other people from other countries, some people, for example, look more bright. But in Chinese medicine, if people look red, what do you think? What's the problem might be?
Might be a lot of heat or
Yes, inner heat.
Yes,
For example, in Western medicine, there's a kind of disease called high blood pressure. Yeah, a lot of people look red when they suffer from high blood pressure because red stands for heat. Okay, but how about if people look green? If their face look green, what do you think?
I think maybe they have problems with the liver.
Liver, very good, good
good.
student. When people become angry, we say, okay, he looks green, because green, the color green is related to our liver system, and the liver is in charge of emotions. When people become angry, they look green. Okay, let's talk about another color. Pink.
Feel them angle, or is asking about pink and tan.
Okay, usually the normal color should be light red. It's similar to pink, but based on my experience, a lot of Caucasians, the normal color should be white, but look pink. That's the normal color, but not red. Okay, and for example, some people look, the very dark,
tan.
black.
Tan.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Chinese medicine theory, that means kidney deficiency and also blood stasis. But that's for Chinese people, not for people from African countries. We cannot say they suffer from kidney deficiency. Okay. So any other?
I think it's more like it's also depends on like what kind of people you are, and also as long as your like spiritual looks healthy and is like the facial, you can also like have the right and healthy color. There's
Candy
like
Yan is saying, if Chinese look red, is it because of alcohol?
Yes. I want to mention a lot of people are allergic to alcohol, or even not allergic. When they drink a lot, they look red. So that depends whether they drink, especially Chinese alcohol is very strong. It's more than 40%. So people usually look red. But the red also, when people look red, they also behave in a like exciting way. Okay.
So could you use Orimus as an example to show us how to read his physical condition on his face, right?
Okay.
Which spot stands for
Okay, thank you.
what?
Actually, different locations on the face reflect the functions of the different internal organs. Like almost all the physical conditions internally can appear on the face. So the face. Can I write something? Okay, maybe. First, I will. Okay. Okay, so close to me. First, I will explain and point. Generally, different locations on the face reflect the functions of different internal organs. Like, let's look at the axis first. First, also very important place is here. Here, actually, between the eyebrows, that's the reflect the function of the heart. Okay, let me write something. Sorry. 不好写这个。我看看能不能写出来啊。I will write in English.
Professor Wang was here.
OK， 还是不行。你写一个 heart
Orimus
here，
with some
或者你只写个 H。OK, H-A-R-T, heart. OK, thank you, Olimus. So, for example, you will observe a lot of elderly people. They have vertical wrinkles, vertical line here. And the deeper, the more serious of the heart problem. Usually, the heart should be nourished by blood if there's deep vertical line here. So that means the functions of the heart should be specially paid attention to. Also, I go to when I do my clinical work, I found a lot of people who suffer from stroke have very like deep vertical wrinkles here, but always the signs appear earlier than the symptoms. So even before people feel the heart problem, the vertical lines always appear. And besides the vertical lines, also some people suffer from the like pimples here, the red pimples. That means a heart fire. So we should be special attention to. And above the heart here, it's reflect the function of the lung. Would you like to help me to write the lung? And 再往下一点点。Okay, 再往下一点。好 the lung.
Lung area.
Yes, the lung area. When people suffer from cough or sore throat, there's always some pimples here. We call it lung fire. And another thing very important is above the lung. It's this area. Actually, that reflect pressure. So also, I observed many people when people feel like stressed or feel like pressure psychologically, they have some like acne. 就小痘的 acne and pimple. Actually, I feel myself. Look at me. I feel I can feel some like acne here because I feel a little stressed these days. So even some people have other like dark spots here that reflect the pressure and the stress. So lower than the heart is here. It's usually reflects the function of our liver system in Chinese medicine. In Chinese medicine, the liver stores blood and is in charge of free coursing, including body fluids for ladies, menstruation, and also for emotions. Yes, liver is here. It's here. Yes, and besides the liver, the two sides are gallbladder. Actually, if you feel like some knots on both sides, the person may suffer from gallbladder stone. So pay attention, okay? And actually, if this area look green, look dark, this person may suffer from liver depression or similar to depression.
Yeah, we got a question from our audience. So Maggie Riff is saying on her face, even when Maggie, on her face, even when he's burning up, she's burning up. She's really healthy. She just doesn't understand why her face turns red on occasions.
Okay, yeah, some people when they become they are very sensitive temperature. When they come to like warm place, they may have like their face become red. And also, actually, when I'm tired, my face turn red as well. In Chinese medicine, we call it qi deficiency. For example, when I kept like teaching for the whole day, then afterwards I feel like hot on the face, flush. So that's in Chinese medicine we call the qi deficiency or yin deficiency. Okay, so let me continue. So below the liver and that's nose area. So that's the center of the earth of the face. So that pertains to the 5 elements earth. So what do you think this area? What internal organs does that reflect? What do you think? Stomach and the spleen. Yes, this area.
These 4 methods, when you use them, they are not separate, right? So when you diagnose his face, Orima's face, would you like ask him or in that sense for
we
inquiry?
ask questions and also feel pulse.
Right.
But like observation is easy to learn, even for people who are not learning medicine. So the top of the nose here reflect the function of spleen and the stomach. My experience is when people drink a lot of alcohol, especially strong alcohol, in Chinese alcohol, they become red, very red. Actually, in Chinese medicine, that means external or internal dampness and heat.
So what problem can you identify on his face?
He's very healthy. But because I suddenly found that there's some like red spots on Tianshu's nose.
All right.
And she told me she had hot pot yesterday, last night.
Spicy food.
Yeah, spicy Sichuan hot pot. The spicy food always accumulate heat and dampness.
So it already reflects on her face.
Yes, it's here.
What about here? Like,
Acne?
Here, I think it's
Acne.
related to hot fire. When
okay.
she's a PhD student, so
Okay.
PhD
I'm
student.
very stressed,
Yeah,
yeah.
stress. So it's for me. Sometimes I also suffer from that. Okay, when I do not sleep very well, like here, can you notice there's a vertical line here? Not very deep. It's a little light because in the last few days I didn't sleep a lot, sleep enough. Okay, so yes, let's talk about the axis first. Yeah, below the nose, around the mouth area. Sorry, it reflects the function of the kidney, bladder, and for ladies,
reflects the period.
子宫怎么说啊
Ovary.
卵巢呢 ovary and yes the ovary especially ladies when they look dark here usually men have like mustache right
which area?
yeah this area the mustache area and the beard area men it's normal to have beard and mustache but if ladies have very strong like hair like a mustache here be careful in Chinese medicine we think she suffer from like 宫寒对 like coldness with her kidney and bladder and the ovary system so she must suffer from period problem and even the period pain.
Right. We got some questions here from JC Man who's asking, how about GI problems? What is GI problems, JC? And from Kenny Yam, is there a way to get some good solid sleep given the sleep pattern change at time? And from James Nicholson, what kind of stuff can you take for bad heartburn?
烧心 stomach. Actually, let me answer one by one.
Right.
For a better sleep, there are many elements to help better sleep. In Chinese medicine, we are based on time and space. So we suggest people need to go to bed earlier, before 11 o'clock for sure. Because between 11 and 1 o'clock, between that period, 子时, that's the period in charge of gallbladder channel. That is in charge of the rising of our yang qi. So before that period, people need to go to sleep. Then they can sleep better. There's many ways. For example, we can breathe slowly and also meditate if they always think of other things. And also we have a very good tip to help sleep. See, we use our palm. Our palm. This is the center of our heart channel, and then the center of our feet. 涌泉 acupuncture points. That's the a very important spot for our kidney channel. So we always before sleep we can use our palm to scratch our like the feet center. So for example for 100 times, and then use like left hand to like scrub the center of our right feet for 100 times. So this can help to sleep very well.
Do sheep counting?
Yeah, sheep counting. Yes, another is melatonin. Melatonin can help. Okay, so that's the first question. Another is
Also, last time we mentioned we can do some like a fruit spa that
fruit
help sleep, and also because like on your ankle there is an acupuncture point called 三阴交, which is a very good point that help you to get a better sleep. Because like in Chinese theory, we think that when you go to sleep, it's like the yin go into the yang. So like 三阴交 means like the 3 yin channel meridians go together, so that's the very center point for that.
Because nights belong to yin, right?
Yes,
It
right.
belongs to yin. You don't have to want the yang still being active, so you want to calm it down. That will get you a better sleep.
Another question: what kind of stuff can you take for bad heartburn?
Okay. Heartburn actually it's the problem of stomach. But it's very close. Stomach is close to heart, so people always call it heartburn. That's the same in Chinese. Heartburn is caused by many elements. For example, many causes. Some are real stomach problem. Do not eat spicy food, sour food, especially before going to bed. Another thing is typically in Chinese medicine, we think the heartburn is always caused by the disharmony between the liver and the stomach. In Chinese, we call it 肝胃不和. When people are in blue mood, not happy, they always suffer from the heartburn. So try to be happy and eat exercise, talk to people, join the party, make themselves relaxed and happy. That helps. But very, very important is in Western country, people always drink coffee. So coffee also is very easy to cause heartburn. And also greasy food, spicy food, sweet food, like dessert, always cause heartburn. Okay?
And also, someone wants to know, for Westerners, what can they do to make their pancreas stay healthy? 胰腺. So, can you identify if there is any problem with the pancreas? Yes,
Yeah,
from
pancreas actually pertains to the 不是，它属于脾的范畴了
it also belongs to
spleen.
spleen.
Yeah, spleen.
Yes.
When this area look red, that means pancreas. So that's a very professional problem. Okay.
Also, if you cannot be able to eat a lot of oil stuff,
oily
fat stuff,
food,
then
no.
that's definitely about the pancreas. Yeah.
So I would like to especially mention for ladies, when you look in the mirror, especially pay attention to the mouth area. For example, when people become elder, they will have a lot of wrinkles above the upper lips. But when ladies are in the 40s or even 30s or 50s, there are more wrinkles. That means the aging. Aging. In Chinese medicine, we call it blood deficiency and the kidney deficiency. You need to eat some food or even nutritions to tonify. Supplement to tonify the kidney and also blood. And another thing is color, because I do meet some, we call that beard lady. All these people suffer from menstruation pain or even 卵巢. Yeah.
Ovaries,
Some related to women's problem. So pay attention. Okay, that's the axis. And also on both sides, for this area, just below the eyes, this area is small intestine. 就这个地方先来说吧，脸蛋小肠 small. You just write S. Small intestine. And another one below the edge of the eyes here is a large intestine. Large intestine. When you look in the mirror in the morning, pay attention if there's spots here. That means something wrong with your digestion system, like small intestine or large intestine. It's really be careful. Watch your stones, your motions, because something is wrong with the large intestine and the small intestine. And another thing is just below the eyes. 眼袋我不会说了. It's like pack. This area, reflect the functions of spleen and kidney.
A lot of people have panda eyes.
Yeah, look at the panda. It's very dark black. That means lack sleep first. Kidney deficiency, also dampness, and even blood stasis. So some people try to decorate, try to hide the darkness below the eyes. But actually, you need to sleep. You need to like tonify your kidney, your spleen, and the dampness. Okay.
Jesse Horn is mentioning. Jesse is saying menopause is another feminine issue, right? So how it can be treated?
Menopause
Right.
是啥了？就是月经
What is that?
early or
闭
prolonged？
经。
不是 menopause 是指的是那个更年那个
绝经嘛
menopause
更年期
更年期 yes
Okay.
更年期啊
Right.
嗯哼
So
啊
咱们要不要去那边看看？
看那个。
吃的东西。
好像还对啊。
一会儿，对对对对说。
对
Yeah, it's a complicated question, but everybody, I mean, every female need to experience the menopause period. It's usually around the age of 49 and 50. It's usually around that. Some people a little earlier, some people a little later. But if it's too early or too late, both means problem. Just around 49 and 50. Menopause period, usually ladies feel like
Easily be
easily upset or easily to be
angry, emotional.
irritated, very emotional, and also 潮热叫什么 flush heat,
Flush and also like
and also
sweat.
sweating a lot. In Chinese medicine, usually we think is caused by yin deficiency and blood deficiency. So during this period in Chinese medicine, we always give prescriptions to supplement or tonify the kidney and the blood, and also for family members and colleagues. You should understand her and then try to make her comfort and also relaxed.
I
Okay.
think Tianshu's got something for us that we can use during that period
Yes.
to help.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, this is very popular now in China among ladies. That can you recognize what flower is that?
Roses?
Yes, exactly. That's roses for medicine. The rose in Chinese medicine, they goes into the liver channel. A lot of people think drinking rose tea can make people more beautiful because it goes into the liver channel. Liver stores blood and is in charge of free coursing. So before or during the menopause period, or even before the period, ladies can drink some rose tea to help them relax. Okay, so
Need some time.
yes. So look at this is a typical rose tea with. Can you recognize the yellow flower?
Chrysanthemum?
Chrysanthemum, exactly. That's also goes into the liver channel to clear the liver fire. We call that.
Right. We also got goji here.
Yeah.
Goji berry. So this is a very good combination. Actually, we can add some.
I already did.
You already put it
Yeah.
in. Okay, because goji berry also goes into the liver channel and the kidney channel. It tonifies both liver blood and also kidney essence. So this combination is very good, especially for a lady who is in the menopause period.
So H.J. Hodge, did I pronounce your name correctly, is asking, is there any traditional Chinese medicine remedies for diabetes?
Diabetes. That's a big question. And diabetes in Chinese medicine, we call that 消渴 or similar to 消渴. Usually at the early age, people feel always thirsty and also eat a lot and also go to toilet a lot, like piss a lot. And the people always lose weight. During the very early period, usually people think that's the yin deficiency period, so they feel thirsty, and we have some
It's
like
also spleen,
yeah.
stomach deficiency.
yeah, it's just that we have some like Chinese yam here. Chinese yam is very good for diabetes. Diabetes is always caused by deficiency of both spleen and the kidney and the stomach, and the Chinese yam just tonify both spleen and kidney and also the lung. So it's very good food for diabetes.
Well, it's good you've got Chinese yam. I think later in the live stream we'll introduce a course named Chinese yam with mutton.
Yes.
Chinese name mutton soup, which is very good for you to warm your body up during winter.
Yes, yes, okay. Any other question?
So we continue our.
Okay, let's continue. So look at Olima's handsome face. So on both sides, then it's like kidney, reflect the function of kidney. Another thing is our ears, actually. Yes, yes, the ears. Actually, we have a branch of acupuncture which works on the ears because the ear even reflect the functions of the whole body. Yeah, maybe in the future we will have a topic on it. Generally, ear reflect the function of the kidney of the body. The bigger, the thicker, the better, the more healthier. Okay, and also. Do you know some people can like move their ears? Their ears can be moved. Can you move your ear? No. Okay. So usually that kind of people are very clever, smart. But actually, I can move my ears, but it's not good to say I'm very clever. Let me show you. Yeah, because
Nice.
yeah, I
means
still
you're
have
very
muscles. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I think because like a ear is also related to kidney, so when people get older they also get very bad hearings, and that we also think that kidney is like the very direct spirit where qi derives to support your like long life and also keep you younger. And if you are like maybe through the age getting old and you have a bad hearings, that's also because of the kidney deficiencies, right?
Yes, yes. And when people become elder, they even have bad hearing because the kidney opens into the ears. So even they have tinnitus. So usually in Chinese medicine, that is caused by deficiency of the kidney. So when people suffer from hearing problems, we tonify the kidney.
So, in traditional Chinese medicine, a key criterion for a good doctor is when you can treat or detect illness, right? That's the whole sense or the whole point of having this four basic methods of diagnosis. And there is this saying which goes, the superior doctor prevents illness. Yes. And the mediocre doctor tends to impending sicknesses, and the inferior doctor treats actual illness. So can you identify or which spot on the face is, for the reading of some symptoms which shows that there might be a risk of diabetes?
For diabetes, it's very hard. But the diabetes is always caused by the kidney deficiency. So we look at this area, the lower area. We can separate the head into three parts: upper, middle, and the lower. So diabetes is always related to kidney deficiency. So we will look at the lower part, especially for ladies. If it's look dark, that means kidney deficiency. And another thing is actually we look at the tongue a lot. For example, for any potential problem, we will combine. Yes, the tongue, different locations of the tongue also reflect the the functions of different internal organs, and also the color, the tongue, the shape. Okay.
So can you take his tongue as an
Okay. Do we have a picture? Okay. Right. So, Tianshu, would you like to help to explain the locations of the tongue?
Yes. Here is like a picture for the town, and like before you go to see a doctor, it's better like you don't brush your tongue, like the layer of that, the coating of that. So this is a town. We can see like for the very upper of here, like we think that belongs to the heart and lung. So when I'm like very in a hurry, in a stressful time, when I'm like really eager to do something, and might turn a little bit red here, and that is, we call it, I think that we have the heart fire. And for the both sides is like the liver and gallbladder, and sometimes you can also see some like teeth
Tooth mark.
tooth marks there, and that's actually also reflects the spleen. As we can see, just as Le Peng says, the middle of all our organs are the spleen and stomach, so it also reflects everything here in the middle. And also the coating also reflects how much spleen and stomach qi we have. So it's not very good to have like no tongue coating at all. So we still should have a very
deficiency.
So we should have like a very shallow layer for that. And for the very back, it will be the kidney here. And it also shows everything like in the bladder and like the downstream stuff. And we can also, so that is like the case. And we also actually see the upper, so we should flip it. Though I don't have a picture here, but like,
can you use
down
change
at it?
this
Yeah.
one as an
Let me
example?
check. Yeah, because there should be something like look black here. It should only cover less than 2/3 of the whole line. If the black stuff goes too up, like it covers almost the whole line, that means blood stasis. Especially for elderly people, that's very dangerous because very easy to have blood stasis and stroke. So another very, very important potential risk I'd like to mention is when people look in the mirror of the tongue, pay attention whether that's in the middle center. Because also based on my experience, when people suffer from stroke, the tongue is always not in the middle. It's always lean to either left side or right side. When the tongue lean to the right side here, that means blood stasis on the left in the head. And if the tongue lean to the left side, that means blood stasis on the right side. And this is very true because I have worked with many stroke patients. So before the stroke happens, when we look at the mirror, if your tongue is not in the middle, if it leans, attach importance to it. Go to the doctor, hospital for further check. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And Joseph Johnston Sr. is asking, do you publish book? He like every idea. He needs to learn more. And James is saying that tell the doctor he's doing a great job for explaining great things about the health. Thank you, James. And James also saying he's on the borderline of diabetes. So do you have any suggestions for James?
Yeah. For diabetes, especially before it happens, first pay attention to the diet. 就是吃饭叫什么？diet. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too much meat. Don't eat too much flours, wheat flours. Don't eat too much. And don't drink too much alcohol. And also another second thing is exercise. Jogging or swimming or Tai Chi, yeah.
We'll have Oliver to present that later.
Yeah, Tai Chi, yeah. And this is very, very important. If he already feel thirsty, drink something to tonify the yin. For example, 比如说麦冬啊什么，我们有天冬。Yeah, we will explain later. This is a common problem, but it's always caused by life habit, lifestyles. And another thing is don't go to bed too late. That's also my experience because for the past few years I worked very hard and I didn't sleep very early. So I already have the wrinkles here. So I should pay attention to my heart. Mm-hmm.
I got Thomas Teffertiller, who said, I need to have my doctors look into all of this. Unfortunately, he's in bad health and his stomach stays in pain daily. And all they want to do is give more pills. And one pill he is on almost killed him. And and his lungs are all about gone, only 13% left. So it's kind of sounds a bit serious. And do you have any suggestion for him as well?
Yes, this it sounds a little serious, but relaxed, because we found emotions in Chinese medicine. Also, we have 7 kinds of emotions. The extreme emotion will affect the functions of the internal organs. In Chinese medicine, thinking too much, overthinking, damages the spleen and the stomach problems. So don't think too much, relax. Another thing is, besides medication, besides the medicines or pills, I strongly recommend people spend some time to do meditation, like Tai Chi, or just meditation. And also, you can talk to your problems, talk to the disease, that you can coexist. Okay, so the one skill is relax. When people relax in a real relaxed state, a lot of problems will be gone.
Right. Thank you. Hi, stand there. Thank you for joining us again. Kenny Yam is asking, is it true you best to eat until you are close to full, not full stomach? Yes. And a question from Marilyn Castro. Is really a snore has to do with heart problems after a while?
Okay, so let me first explain about how much percent food in Chinese medicine. Also, for common people in China, it's the common sense that don't eat too much. 70% to 80% food is the best. Also, my personal experience, I gained weight in the past year for 5 kilos. Then last week, I started to eat less, only for dinner. I eat only like 60% food. Then this morning, I found I already lost 2 kilos in 1 week. So don't eat too much. And another thing is, don't eat too much meat. It's pork, this kind of stuff. And in Chinese medicine, we have a lot of food to help to lose weight. For example, when we eat a lot of meat, we eat something sour like hawthorn to help to get rid of the actual fat. That causes dampness. For example, there's some delicious food. Tianshu will show you. 这叫啥了？冰糖葫芦. Would you like to show? Okay.
Some skewer?
Yeah, actually, this food is a typical Beijing food. Oh no, Chinese food. This is made by hawthorn and with some iced sugar. It tastes sour and sweet because hawthorn it's sour. It can help to get rid of the actual fat. When we eat a lot of meat, we always eat, especially for children, to eat hawthorn to help to digest.
Also, because in winter it's getting very cold, and especially this is like the special snacks in Beijing, and it's pretty cold here, and we'll tend to eat more meat to get more energy. That's why this is one of our at least my favorite snacks during winter time, and it's sweet and sour, and it also needs a lot of techniques. But our school made very good health words, and the outside is actually rice paper.
Rice. Yeah.
It's rice paper, so. Though it's not for the purpose, but rice is also good for jingmi. It's also kind of good for your stomach and spleen system. Yeah.
25 qi.
Yeah.
Okay. Oliver just mentioned he eat a lot of meat this morning.
Do you want to give it a try?
So yeah, I'd like to you to try the hawthorn. And yes. Thank you for your face. Oh, you can eat the top one, okay? And then you can tell others.
It's a little bit melts a little bit.
It's a little sticky.
It's very good.
It's very good. What's the taste like?
First, it was sweet, and now I can feel the sweetness mixed with sourness.
Yes, the taste of sourness comes from the Hong Kong. The sweet taste comes from the iced sugar. Okay.
And James is saying he doesn't drink at all, and he stopped drinking a long time ago. Good for you, James. And Jesse, he enjoys Tai Chi twice a day and meditate during the day. That's very good.
Yes. Tai Chi is also traditional Chinese Kung Fu, and it's not for physical health, but also for spiritual and mentally health, relaxed. I personally think it's kind of meditation. In Chinese medicine, we believe that when people in the state of meditation, their physical health will be improved, and also they will become smart. I remember when I worked for my master's degree and the PhD degree, before the dissertation, I always did meditation to help me to relax. Yes, and then I have better ideas for my topic. Okay.
Thomas saying thank you very much and tell you good doctor and wonderful person. He will do what the doctor says and a lot better than pills. Bless you, Thomas, and hope you will get well. Like
Better health.
right. And Jesse says 70% vegetable, 30% meat is his diet, which he finds very beneficial. So is there any, what's the specific composition of meat and vegetable for a meal? Is it?
Grains.
Actually, in Chinese medicine, we have a classic called Huangdi's Inner Classical Medicine, and that was wrote in 2,500 years ago. Even in that classic, it was recorded that the healthy diet should be composed of grains, all kinds of grains, vegetables, meat, and fruits. So I personally think we need all these things. But sometimes, we have some vegetarians, they don't eat meat. I think that's all right. But besides vegetables, grains and fruits are very important. Grains can 增加精气, like tonify our essence to make people energetic. So for Chinese people, we eat a lot of all kinds of grains and beans and wheat flours, and then also meat, and then vegetables. Nowadays, a lot of people, in order to look in good shape, they don't eat grains, meat, only vegetables. That also cause problems because most of the vegetables and fruits are of the nature of coolness and coldness. Too much vegetables, without meat and grains, will also cause internal coldness or coolness. So cause, for example, spleen problem, stomach problems, and people always feel cold, especially with four extremities.
I think in Chinese theory, so everything should be in a balance.
Balanced, yeah.
So there shouldn't be very extreme side. So I think whatever it is and is good for you, you just take everything a little more, pretty even. I think that will be fine.
So I think besides vegetables and meat, they should eat also some grains. Very, very important. Mm-hmm.
So it's what Chinese believes in. Everything has to be carried out in a balanced way. Yeah. Okay, and it's fine. Kenny M is asking, do you accept international visitors to see? Yeah, we've got they've got this experience center. Kenny, you can come and visit, of course, and meet Professor Wang himself. And Buddy Silvas is asking, are you a doctor? Yes, of course. Associate professor, actually Professor Wang himself is a
Yes.
Chinese medicine doctor. And Ashley, I'm glad that you've received the gift. Okay, Jesse's saying he meant 70% grains, vegetables, and 30% meat. Okay, it's fine. James is asking, it hurt to stop smoking. What can he do to help himself quit smoking?
I think
Oh.
we mentioned it last time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all you need is
Eat some like snack food, like
Yeah,
like
determination.
seeds. Yeah.
right. Right. Are we talking about
Some more.
Orima's practicing some Tai Chi for us?
Yes.
I don't practice Tai Chi.
Oh, it's
Yes, Chinese kung fu.
Oh, Chinese Kung Fu. Okay. So show us your moves.
Now.
A little bit, yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Do you like music?
No. Yeah. 有什么？
沧海一声笑，我的放里面。然后你给解
Yeah,
释
we
一下。
can. Recently, a lot of people might suffer from. Sorry. Yeah, recently a lot of people might suffer from cold, catch a cold, and will have some cough. And if you're like the phlegm is a little bit yellow and sticky, and that's we think that is like for the long heat. And here is something we really like. Maybe all family will have. I will not show this. Yeah. So it's actually made with different kind of herbs. Yeah, and I can show you how we take this. This will be very nice to remove all the phlegm and also stop you from coughing. And it's very sticky.
But this is very good to the lung. And in cold winter, a lot of people suffer from cough and also dry throat or sore throat. This is one of our Chinese medicines. Actually, it is made of more than 10 kinds of like medicinals or herbs, and it can smooth it's very good to our lung. We think the cold is related to the dysfunction of the lung. So we always eat this kind of medicinals. 这膏方怎么说呢？就是 it's with honey. Yeah, it's made of
It's like the sticky ones.
sticky. Yeah, honey with some medicinal. It's very tasty actually.
You have a cough recently. You can take it.
Let me taste some. Okay, so cheers. My throat feels much better. Actually, in winter, besides the common cold, people always eat a lot of delicious, nutritious food. So that's why in different festivals, Chinese people always eat different kinds of food to both celebrate and also it's very good to health. For example, in winter, do you think in winter what do we always eat?
Do you
Something
have-
warm.
Hot pot, like hot pot. And also for festivals, we eat dumplings and also all kinds of dumplings. Like
It's just in northern China.
yes, in northern China. And in South China, they also eat another kinds of dumpling called a tangyuan, rice covered
bowl.
outside.
Glutinous rice balls.
Yes, inside there's different kinds of stuffings. For example, black sesame is tonifies the kidney. That's very popular. Okay.
So Hodges wants your address. Maybe he said he'd like to communicate and maybe
welcome.
visit your office for consultation.
Welcome.
And Kenny is raising a very good question. What with modern day, what is the best way to balance with all these food trend? And he read that some healthy food isn't too good for you, actually.
Eat normal.
Eat normally and live in a like light lifestyle and eat lightly.
Right. So we're about to enjoy Orima's moves. So can you first introduce a little bit about this, what would you call it, 龙形拳?
I will do traditional Chinese Qigong, Ba Duan Jin. It's called, translated into English, it's called 8 brocades of silk. Yes. I know I look funny now, but don't look at
Do you
this.
need some music?
Yeah, you can put on some music.
I apologize for that.
I apologize for my tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ba Duan Jin Qigong is said to be one of the most ancient forms of Qigong, and it originated in Shaolin Temple. And
It is easy to learn.
yeah, it's quite easy to learn. There are many quite different variations of this Qigong form, but I will show the one that I do. So Chinese martial arts is more about external practice of how to make the body strong, and Qigong is more about internal practice. It's how to work with your inner body. For example, how to relax your mind, just like the professor said before. Like Tai Chi Chuan Qigong is more like some kind of meditation to calm you from the inside. So now I will demonstrate.
Without further ado, let's enjoy.
Okay. I will have some music background.
Thanks, Aramis. And we got a bonus section. Today is, for you Americans, it's Christmas Eve. And just a few days ago on Sunday, we had this winter solstice, which is the 22nd term on traditional Chinese calendar. It's also a very crucial occasion for family reunion. And usually, as Professor Wang just told us, in northern China, people mainly have dumplings to celebrate that festival. And in southern China, we have tangyuan, which is called, which is glutinous rice balls. And it also stands for family reunion because it's round. And take a look at here. We've got.
And also, our cover is sticky rice, and the inside is black sesame. It's good to tonify the kidney, very healthy. Okay, and also in Chinese, the round, the means family reunion.
Right.
Happiness.
Okay, while you guys have tried this, Aramis and Professor Wang,
Okay, thank you.
should we have yours?
And you can try this.
I'll have it later. And I'll also introduce you guys a very special dish that we have during winter time in China. Like I said, a Chinese yam and mutton soup. And
Very tasty.
Very good.
so ingredients, we have mutton with bone or just mutton, and some fresh Chinese yam, which we've just showed you, and some ginger, 1 knob of ginger, and goji as well, 10 grams of goji, dried red dates, some 10 dried red dates, and dried tangerine peel, 1 or 2 pieces, goji 10 grams, like I said, and also seasoning, half cup rice wine, and 1 pinch salt. And I think I might invite Professor Wang to introduce the function of this dish, Chinese yam, fresh Chinese yam with mutton soup.
Mutton, this meat, the nature is more hot and warm, so it's especially popular in winter. And then for people, especially elderly people who always feel cold, or people who feel tired and weak, mutton is a good choice. And the yam, Chinese yam, as I mentioned, this goes into our internal organs of kidney, spleen, and also lung. So, and when people who suffer from like diarrhea, this is especially good. And when people feel cold in winter, because this tonifies the kidney. And also when people who are easily to cough in winter, so yam is the best choice because it goes into 3 internal organs and channels, and it tastes very good. So the combination of mutton and yam, they work together to tonify the kidney and the spleen. So our mutton is also good to the stomach and the spleen. So this is a good choice, especially in winter.
And we can't do it on the occasion, so I got this picture. For you. Right, I think Chinese yam is easy to get at American Chinese supermarkets.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And be careful when you deal with that because it has some hairs on it or like these kind of root.
You need to peel it.
You need to peel it, and also it might cause you a little bit itchy. So be careful with
Allergy,
that.
yeah.
Take with a glove to deal with that. You can just cut it into small pieces and like just shave it, and then it will be nice. You can also like steam it. It's also another way to have the Chinese yam. It's got a little bit sticky textures, but it's tasty. Yeah, sweet and sticky. Yep.
Yeah, we got a last question. What if your spleen has been removed?
Spleen. Actually, in Chinese medicine system, spleen is not the organ in Western medicine analogy. But anyway, anatomy. So this spleen is not a spleen. But if the organ is really like removed, so you still need to improve the functions of the stomach and the spleen. Yeah,
Digestion.
digestions. Okay. Don't eat too much food.
Okay. Right, that's all from us today. And so together we wish you Merry Christmas and
Christmas.
and hope you enjoy today's live stream. And from all of us, Merry Christmas, and
Christmas.
goodbye.
And healthy.
Right.
Good health.